Hi there, my name's Phyllis Solomon. I am a program coordinator with Juvenile Council for the Aging, and this is our Interages Interview project, and we're so happy to have Joanna here today, and she'll be interviewing David Gamse. Take it away.
So, hi, my name is Joanna. I'm 13 years old, and I go to Robert Frost. My first question for you is, how did you choose your career path in gerontology?
That's a great question, Joanna, and it's great to meet you, if not in person, at least by Zoom. When I was in college, I began as a major in psychology, and I actually got my bachelor's degree in both psychology and sociology. At the time I was in school, my grandmother was in a nursing home, and she ultimately died of abuse in that nursing home. In the process of getting to see what her life was like in that nursing home, I vowed that I wanted to dedicate my career to helping ensure that people stayed out of places like that as long as possible. Not all nursing homes are bad, but there are several bad apples.
That is so nice, and I'm sure she appreciates that. So what were your favorite aspects of your job?
Oh, I mean, what was great at working for JCA is you never had to worry about getting bored at all. I mean, every day was a new challenge. The things that made it the most wonderful for me was when a client, it could be someone who found a job thanks to JCA, or a youngster such as yourself meeting an oldster such as myself and forging a bond, whatever it was, when we would get cards and letters and calls and handshakes and hugs, that meant an awful lot.
So a little part two to that question is, why was that your favorite?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, certainly people are different. And there are some folks that could look at spreadsheets all day long and look at computer screens all day long and be perfectly happy at the end of the day. I don't mind doing a fair amount of that, but what really motivates me is the human aspect of human services. It's that intangible, it's the human interaction when real life people say, this really helped, and then they explain how it helped. I mean, that was what motivated me. And I knew that about myself early on. So I congratulate myself. I give myself a pat on the back for picking the career I did.
That's wonderful. So I heard you recently retired. So do you have any goals for retirement?
Oh, I do. The goals were a lot more clear before the pandemic. My wife and I wanted to do what many retirees do, and that is spend a year or two traveling and being with family that we had not seen in a long time. That's not happening, at least right now it isn't happening. However, I have joined one board of directors. I'm about to join a second, and I continue to work as a volunteer with a group called Age Friendly Montgomery. The group that I work with is specifically designed and tasked with helping local people who are age 50 plus find and keep jobs. And before, when we were talking, I mentioned about my grandmother dying in a nursing home. Well, that same kind of abuse and neglect with less horrible consequences happens to people when they're looking for a job. They're just not treated by the same standards as others.
Okay, that's great. So what do you think the future of gerontology will look like?
Wow, that's a tough one. Gerontology, when I first got my degree, I imagined that there was going to be an explosion of corporations wanting to hire gerontologists to design computer systems and furniture and travel and marketing programs and whatnot for this huge group. There's not much of that happening out there. There are some insurance companies, some utility companies, and others that do have gerontologists on staff, not many. There's a wonderful program at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology called Age Lab, which designs products and services for older adults, especially high-tech products. So I think that's going to happen. I think the field is going to get more specialized, and I think sooner or later, corporate America is going to wake up to the fact that it's to their own best interest, as well as the interest of older adults, to serve older adults.
That's amazing. So this question's related to my last question, but how do you hope your contributions in gerontology will help the future?
I really hope that what I've done in my life's work is going to outlive my life and, at least in a small way, advance equality and openness and the understanding of our aging population.
Great. So that was my last question. It was so fun working with you, and thank you again for letting me do this.
Thank you, Joanna.